Okay, you're here with Punjab2000. We're on the sets for the remake of the Bollywood version of Oculus, and we're here with the talented and the absolutely beautiful Huma Qureshi. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, you're welcome. Lovely to be able to speak with you. Firstly, how's filming going?
Good, it's really cold. That's one, but no, it's lovely to be here in London and to be shooting this film over here. It's a beautiful house, it's a beautiful location, and we're trying to explore some parts of the city that we've not seen in a quintessential Bollywood movie. So not the big landmarks, but the countryside and a bit more exploring other sides of London that we haven't seen before. So it's nice. Thank you.
This role that you're playing, the movie that you're playing, is very different to obviously what you've done, Gangs of Wasseypur, Badlapur, that you've obviously had so much attention for,
Right.
and extremely, people have adored what you've played recently. So why this particular film? It's quite a different genre for you.
Absolutely, it's a different genre. I personally think horror has a big way to go in India. I mean, we've not really made any good horror film in a long time because we just get into tacky costumes and makeup and fake blood and fake teeth and that sort of a space. So the attempt is to make an international film of an international quality, which is telling a supernatural story, which is a story about something that drives the family apart, and it's very sublime. It's very psychological. It's not really boo. It's not like about a booth happening. It's a lot more cooler than that.
But that would affect your mind. But essentially, give us some sort of feel.
I almost think it's almost like a relationship drama, if you ask me. Of course, there's an element of the supernatural, but it's a very, very emotional film, and I'm in this film with my brother, who so it's very it's about family and what keeps you together and what can drive you apart. And I think the tagline for me, I mean, is always been that if you face like an adversity, it's going to keep you together or it's going to tear you apart, and that's really what we're talking about.
So how is it working with your brother? Is there sibling rivalry, or do you push each other?
He pushes me a lot. He's quite a pain.
Baby brother. Right?
Baby brother's always pain in the ass. But but no, he's quite a sensitive actor. Actually, I'm exploring a whole new side of him while filming, because I'm seeing a more professional side of him. Otherwise, he's just always mopping around the house and being groggy in the morning and all of that. But he's quite this shoot has been quite a revelation actually, and it's nice. But I think we'll go back from here respecting each other a little bit more. The only flip side is I don't get to chill with my co-star because I'm so sick of him by the end of it.
Oh. And just a little bit about your background. Obviously, you've come from a completely different industry. Your father, your whole family has a very well-known restaurant, Saleem's, which I've been to myself.
Right.
So what made you not go into that field of business and go into modelling, acting?
Well, I can't cook for one.
Okay.
So that just kind of decided it. But no, I think hospitality never really fascinated me. My whole family's in hospitality, and the whole khandan of people who love feeding other people. I do that a lot, so we socialize a lot. But I don't think that was not really my calling. I think I discovered my calling quite late when I was in college, when I realized I love doing theatre, and that's what I wanted to do. But it's sort of like, for a Delhi girl, you'd understand. If you just woke up one day and said, you know what, guys, I want to be a movie star. So everyone's going to be like, what? What's wrong with you? Like, shut up and go inside or whatever. But no, I'm glad I met a few people who sort of believed in me and who helped me along the way. And here I am. And I did the films that I did. So yeah, that running the restaurant business was never an option. Maybe I'll do it when I'm really old and retired.
You play some bold characters. Obviously, in Badlapur, you play the character of
a sex worker.
Yes. So what makes you pick the characters that you do? And do you think by choosing particular roles, you're raising awareness in any way whatsoever?
Well, I'm not really an activist, but yes, I do try and pick my characters that have some sensitivity, that have a certain awareness. I think that's really important. In that sense, I don't think I'm trying to really say anything. I'm just trying to do characters and present them in a way that I think they should be done. For example, you spoke about Badlapur. I was playing a sex worker in the film.
Yeah.
But I only agreed to do the part because there was a director like Sriram Raghavan who was at the helm, and who I was sure of would never treat that character with any less dignity than anybody else in the film. It's a very difficult character because you're talking about somebody who sells her body for a living, and in the film the protagonist almost rapes her.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to empathize with her. Now, it's a whole gamut of emotions that you're trying to sort of really talk about, and things you're trying to talk about. And for me, what the clincher was when in our discussion with Sriram, this came up that whether when two men or two countries fight, it's always the women and children that get sort of. And I was like, I have to work with a man who sort of is looking at things a certain way, although he is making a very male film, and it is about these two guys and their fight and everything. But it was a very interesting character that I had the opportunity of playing.
Now, I know you have to go back to filming in the next minute or two. I wish we had you for longer. I'd love to talk to you about body image, about the casting couch, everything else.
Hang on, I'll come back.
But just tiny bit about your character in this movie that you're filming for.
In this film, well, wow. Where do I begin with? I mean, I want to give you I don't want to talk too much about how I'm approaching it, because I'm also in the middle of it. So I'm also sort of building blocks each day. But it's a very interesting process, because we're trying not to completely follow the original. So there will be a lot of surprises. Having said that, what we're really trying to explore is the fact that, like I said, what really keeps a family together, drives it apart. That being the bottom line. And my character is sort of very headstrong, very, very clear about what she wants, sometimes foolishly so, and the repercussions that sort of happen after that. So we're trying to sort of really play around a bit with the original as well, and not keep it as that.
Okay. So before they pull you away from me, so it was really lovely to speak to you, and next time we'll get more in depth.
Yes,
for sure.
And
take care. Take care. All the best.